Hey guys, technique workshop again for Seiyunchin kata. So we've worked in our straight opening sequence, and so now we're going to move on to some technical aspects of our 45-degree turn at the start, and then the 45-degree to the other side. So there's some similarities to Gekisada Ichi here, and one of the other things to really keep in mind is that you just want to keep your elbows close to your body through this sequence. So I will do it on a couple of different angles so you can see, but if you imagine, obviously I'm coming up this way, doing my kata, I've stepped back, I've done my elbow strike, and now I have to move 45 degrees to my right. So the footwork here is I hold on my left leg, and it's like I was going to step through forward, okay, but all I do is when I get to the middle is I make the movement to the right hand 45-degree angle. So quite similar to stepping forward in Seiyunchin, but what we do is we squeeze and we circle 45 degrees. Now we've got to get the timing with the hands on that as well. And then as I do the step, I don't want to drop my hands down too far. Some styles do it this way. We're going to keep ours like we've still got contact of our opponent here. And what I'm going to do is going to press my palm into my forearm. As I roll around, it will come up to there. So it's making its way from there to there without really, not coming apart rather. So it's not coming off and then back on. I'm just keeping the pressure on. Now, from there, this arm, all it does as I make my turn is it makes the standard, like we've spoken about, basic uchuke position. So it was there. So if we imagine here, 1, 2. So that's it. So if I was facing the front when I did this, it wouldn't be there like this, it would be here. Okay, so that position there, not there, here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's that turning point. The next part of this sequence is I have to step out into shikodachi, sumo stance, and I have to strike hammer fist with my left fist. So I'll start this way. So there it is there. What I'm going to aim to do here is I'm going to keep squeezing on my lats. You can hear me say that a lot. And I'm going to keep pressing my hands together to create a bit of dynamic tension through here. At the moment I need to, I'm going to just push this hand forward to strike, and I'm going to pull this one back to my returning waist, my chamber position, as I land. And again, I'm sort of thinking about tei-ashi tei, our foot-hand principle. So I'm putting pressure there as I start to step out. I'm sinking my body weight down. So I'll just show you the footwork first. Got to that point. I'm sinking, pushing, and driving, and then I will step straight. I'm at my shikodachi height now, and now what I'm going to aim to do is use my hips here, and I'm going to turn the shikodachi. And that will be a quick movement, and my head needs to be looking over my shoulder as best you can, and that will obviously depend on your neck flexibility. Okay, so that's the left foot that steps out. I sink and hold on my right side. I drive out with the left and then turn the hips, and so I finish in that position. Now, one way to make sure you get this correct is you keep your head facing the direction that you want to go. Don't let your head turn this way and then come back, because what will happen is it'll adjust your posture the wrong way. So now as I step out with my hands, I'm pressing. I'm just going to shake that a bit because just give you an idea of what's happening. So I press. When my foot touches, my heel touches here, this is really where I'm going to let this hand go. Okay? I've created the tension through my core. I'm squeezing, and then as my heel touches the ground, is when I let that hand go and I pull the other one back into that position. So from here, I push, elbow stays in, I push, I sink, and hands finish together here. So this one's back, this one's out just over the knee. Okay, I've done my hammer fist strike in that position. So I'll show you to the front now. So I've landed, there's my block. So you'll feel like your hand needs to be in the middle because you're going to step straight and strike. But you want the hands over this way and you still step straight. So as I come out, I step, land, and strike this way. Okay, one more time. Itch. Push. All right. So the move together. I've gone 1, 2, 3. Block. Head just follows the body. Set. I'm squeeze. Step. And strike as I land. And now the next movement is to step backwards and block. So I want to think about moving my spine in one line. So as I go back, I squeeze and I pull. This elbow comes through the center. Keep my head looking at the target, eyes looking at the target. And again, I land and turn. So my head through this whole point from here stays there the whole time. It's my body moving around my head. I really want to keep this looking at my target and my eyes looking at my target. And a tip that was given to me by Nishiyama Kakaru, he's a Japan World Karate Champion. He said, look off into the distance. Okay, so your gaze is further out rather than like right here in front of you. Really look out to the horizon almost as you do the movements. So 1, 2, eyes out, step, and then back. We land same time. Now where that block goes wrong a little bit, so if I've done my strike here, when I step back, a lot of people will do this. The head and butt will go opposite direction. And then what happens is you get this kind of movement. And then when you get to this point, you have to overcorrect. And then it's all out of whack. So we've got to keep like when we do our warm up, we keep the spine straight and the body rotates around the spine. This is one way of turning, there is other ways, but from there, I want to keep this position. So I pull this front leg in and I hold, and this one comes to the center. I'm again trying to find that wrist to the elbow, around and block in that position. So here, 1, 2. Okay. So you would have learned the sequence from the kata itself when you watch the whole kata pattern, and I've done the 3 blocks of movements. So that's a bit of detail about that turn. And then the only other thing really is when you go to the other side. Stepping out and the block is the same. The footwork is just that you are going from this position in and out to 45 this way. So you can think about that move the same as Gekisai. So when I do Gekisai Daiichi and I step in and here, when I do Seiyunchin, I go in here. I'm doing the same move. All I'm doing is just adding this hand. So I block, this hand just meets this one as I get to there. So it does the same, exactly the same as Gekisai Daiichi and Gekisai Dai-ni.